I have reported on this the other day, and I said, guys, what you see is not what really happened. And now we have more reports coming out suggesting that this whole thing was fake. It was such a big scam that it is actually shaking the palace walls, probably. Now, let me break it down all for you. Subscribe to my channel before I move on. So also leave a comment, hit the like. Now, this is what I have said, and trust me, when I say something, my source can never be wrong. The moment I saw this particular clip on X, I did my investigation and tapped into my sources, and I found out that this was staged, this was fake. And I mentioned that the initial plan for the MasterChef Australia was to have some kind of Lily Archie moment for the show in order to gain traction, because the show MasterChef Australia is very, very boring. Nobody wants to watch it. Therefore, they wanted to add some spice, if you like. Now, Harry was not happy with that. He was absolutely against it, against this idea. So they then said to Harry that, why don't you become the judge, come to our show? Not Meghan. That time she was not even considered. They told him, you come over, do the judge role, that'll be fine too. He could not do it because he had absolutely no idea how to cook. He had absolutely no idea how to judge. Still no clue. So this guy, he bailed out. He said, no, this is not my thing. Why don't you ask my wife? Of course, nobody wants to ask his wife first, because she is absolutely not a star, only the title. They decided, you know what, if we invite her to take part in this show, it is not going to cut it, because our show will get negative PR, negative reviews. And that's exactly what happened. But then they were like, okay, since we already contacted Harry, it will be not very polite if we don't listen to him, or if we don't invite his wife instead of him, because he's suggesting to bring his wife on the show. So out of politeness, they decided, okay, we will cast her, but she was never part of the original plan. Okay, she was never part of the original plan, and I will share with you guys a lot more details. But I just want to, before I share the details, want you to take a listen at this fake phone call.
Hi, my love.
Good way.
Hi.
We've had a phone call to studio.
Hi, my love.
Good way.
Hi. Oh, my husband's here.
Okay. So again, my husband is here, as if he was never meant to be there. He was meant to be there, and it was a fake phone call. Now let me actually break it down for you, what I have found out. So analysts discuss alleged tensions between the scenes regarding the Harkles' appearance and brand management, particularly during their time in Australia. Stage appearances. Okay, the host argues, and in this case the host is none other than Neil Sean. He is the one who is confirming what I already have reported. Okay, he's confirming what I have reported. So he's like 2-3 days behind me in finding out what is going on. This is why I say, guys, subscribe to my channel, because I give you updates you'll never find anywhere else. So the host argues, Neil Sean again, that certain public moments, such as phone call appearance by Prince Harry, were staged to project a united front despite alleged disagreements behind the scenes. The narrator claims there was significant disappointment that Harry did not serve as a judge on a particular program as originally hoped, leading to it becoming the quote-unquote Markle show instead. Of course, it had become a Markle show because the show in of itself did not cut it. It did not receive any positive feedback. The show, I mean, people hardly know anything about the show. Okay, when it was aired, nobody knew really what was going on. All people knew was that she is there, the Duchess of Dish Soap is there. That's the only knowledge people had. No idea what she was tasting, except the banana bread. That was a disaster segment part of the show. But other than that, for the most part, people did not care, or they did not even notice what was in the show. They just talked about, all the negative things about Meghan Markle, because that's what she does. She brings in all the negativity. And therefore, the program went absolutely, the bottom of the bottom. It's ranking in the bottom. Okay, its ratings are very poor. It's just a complete nightmare. People will never watch this show ever again after what they have done. So they wanted Harry, Duke of Dufuses, to be part of it, to be a judge, but that did not happen. He said, "No, I cannot do this. This is not my thing." Or he had absolutely no idea how to respond. Take a listen. Now, royal commentator suggests that the couple faced difficulties in organizing projects independently, leading to last-minute issues such as Harry being hesitant to play ball, quote-unquote, with certain production requirements. He would have made it look very awkward, Harry, had he appeared it, because you need to know at least the basics of cooking, or how the shows are organized, what you're expected to do, things like that. He had zero idea, and he was not even willing to prepare for it, because he's already going through a lot of stress. And this is what I want to emphasize, guys, that the fact that he did not even take up the judge role, it is not because only that he did not have any idea about this kind of show, how to appear, how to come across as someone who is actually genuinely a judge, but at the same time he's going through a lot of stress in his life. I mean, take a look at this. Take a look at his face. This person is going through a lot of stress, and he's now owing how much money? $10 million out of $45 million lawsuit. So this is the face of a person who is very stressed. I don't even think he's sleeping well. Let's take a look at his facial expression and his whole, the skin, the wrinkles, and all of these things. Very obvious. He is losing a lot of sleep. So he's not in a, psychologically, he's not in that kind of position to go and be a judge for this kind of show, because again, he is absolutely stressful right now. So not only that he did not know how to cook and what to say, how to appear, but also he's going through some big problem in his personal life. Now, royal commentator assert the couple's attempt to maintain a polished public image is starting to show cracks, and suggest that their efforts to merchandise their brand have faced challenges in Australia. It really has nothing to do with the country Australia. It has everything to do about United States, UK, because in Australia I don't think people are bothered that much, or as much as people are bothered in US or even in UK. I mean, we are not bothered, but I'm just using the word in the sense that people are sometimes, noticing what they're doing, because they are complete circus show. They're running a circus show. But it was about this duplicitous duo's appearance, how they looked, how they came across, and what kind of a disaster they brought in with them during this show. But she is now busted. It was a fake phone call. The whole thing was fake. This call was fake, and the way she reacted, "Oh, my lovely husband," she knew that he was going to call. She knew, because it was part of the plan, that this show will be a complete flop if they do not include the children. They couldn't do so if they could not include Harry, so they tried to do that, and he did call. And again, this was all staged, pre-planned. The way she reacted, Meghan Markle, "Oh, my lovely husband, he called me," was completely